Okay, so I will be getting ready for a spa party that I am doing this weekend, and I needed some more of the blend, the base blend for my yoni steams. So this first video, we're going to go through the different herbs and what they're used for, and what they're good for, and why I use them in my blend. I have washed my hands, and I am putting on my gloves. Anytime I deal with herbs, especially ones that I'm not going to use, I use gloves to make the blends, just for sanitary reasons. And I'm going to be doing a cup to a half a cup to a cup of each one to start off. We're trying to refill this jar. And so I have some herbs that's laid out here, that we're going to use. And these herbs have so many different properties, so many different benefits. And so as I use them and put them into the blend, I will give you a little rundown of why I'm using it in a yoni blend. Now, they may have a whole lot of other different medicinal uses for other things, but being that we're talking about this VSteams today, that's what we're going to concentrate on right now. All right, so we're going to start off with one of my favorite herbs. If I do not have this herb, I will not do a blend. It's one of my favorites, and it has so many healing properties that like it could go on and on. But it's one of is really good for the skin, and it's anti-inflammatory. But for the female reproduction health, it helps to stimulate blood flow, and also it helps to regulate menstrual cramps, and also menstrual cycles. I'm sorry, and it also helps to relieve menstrual cramps. It can, like after birth, you can drink calendula tea, and it can help to expel the placenta a little easier if you're having problems with that. And it also helps fight against vaginal disease, like yeast infections. So that would be the calendula. One of my favorite herbs. Like, it's beautiful, and it has so many different properties. Like, I'm going to use a cup of this, a whole cup. This is a half a cup scoop here, but like as you can see in the blend, if you can see inside that jar, I use a lot of calendula, and I'll actually have some calendula oil making right now, and I'll talk about that in a later video. But calendula has so many different properties. Like, I can go on and on for that. All right, so this one, like I said, it helps with menstrual cramps. It helps against vaginal diseases. Help to balance out your pH. It stimulates blood flow. So that's why we're using calendula in the VSteam. So the next one that we have is wormwood. One of the the main reasons for using wormwood, I would say, is because it's anti-parasitic, and so it's just a good clean. Where this base blend is a cleansing blend, so this herb is really earthy, and it's really earthy. So these are the more cleansing herbs. So we're going to put some wormwood, and I'm going to put a half a cup in there. But some of the things that it's good for, it actually has some benefits if you suffer from Crohn's disease. It can boost your appetite. It helps with pain management, arthritis. So it has a lot of healing properties as well. Well, all of the herbs do. All of the herbs have really good healing properties. Certain herbs do certain things, and so that's one that's really good for just cleansing and detox. So the next one is motherwort. So motherwort, it helps to regulate your menstrual cycle. If you have a hard time with your cycles, like keeping it regular, or if it is non-existent and you want it or need it to come on. And I know that sounds crazy. A lot of people say, why would I want it to come on if if it's not coming on? However, I know I went 5 years without my cycle when I was doing the Depo-Provera. And after a while, I just felt like I needed to have a cycle. And so I got off the Depo-Provera, and my cycle started up probably a month or two later. And then a little while after that, I got pregnant again. So, but this is motherwort. And again, it helps regulate your menstrual cycle, and it helps to treat like your menstrual, any conditions you might have. It also strengthens the heart. Any heart conditions that you might have, it actually helps with heart issues, and it's really, really good for anxiety as well. So that's motherwort. All right, I don't have much of this one, but there's some still in the blend that I had. And this right here is red clover. And the red clover, it helps with like hot flashes, arthritis, hair. It's really good for your hair. I like to put this in hair oils that I make to help with hair growth. It also helps with respiratory and any inflammation you might have on your skin. I use this in tea as well. I'm just going to use the rest of that. I like rosemary in tea. It actually gives, I think, gives it its red color when I make my tea with it. What's next? We have, let's go ahead and do the peppermint. Peppermint, it helps with digestion. It helps if you have like tension headaches. It can kind of ease it. I know when I was pregnant with my last child, you know, when they bring you drinks or bring you something, I wanted tea. And for some reason, I was craving peppermint tea. So I was drinking peppermint tea. And then they came in to let me know that I shouldn't have been drinking peppermint tea because I was breastfeeding. So from what they told me when I was in Germany in the hospital having Michaela, they said that peppermint tea actually will dry up your milk. I haven't read that, but they didn't want me drinking peppermint tea. But I love peppermint tea. And if you make your own teas and you find that it's a little too earthy for you, or it's a little too anything, peppermint or spearmint, those usually will kind of help with the taste of your tea. It'll help kind of, because I'm going to tell you, a lot of the medicinal teas that if you're making teas for, to help with body pain or detoxing or whatever you're using your teas for, a lot of these are not going to taste good together. Peppermint kind of help blend, balance that out. But I've gotten so much good results from this that I just take it. If it doesn't taste good, I'll just have to follow it up later on with something that does taste good. But my teas are a must, so I will drink them regardless of the taste. All right, so next, what do we have? Rose petals. So rose petals, these are really pretty. Now, as you can see, this is looks kind of earthy. You know, you got the earthy colors. You got the browns, the greens, yellow. You think of fall with these colors. So I like the calendula. To me, that kind of blends with that, but it's still a beautiful herb. But I like to, when I add the rose petals, not only does it have a good medicinal property to it, it's also beautiful. Like it adds like it's a pop of color to your blends. So with rose petals though, it helps with depression, anxiety, irritability. If you even heartbreak, like if you suffer from, if you're grieving, or it actually can help with that. And it basically just helps to kind of calm you. So we're going to add a whole cup of rose petals. Hopefully all of this will fit in the jar. I'm going to put that in that corner. And then I'm going to add one more. Well, maybe a half of one, not a whole. And put it in that corner. So those are your rose petals. All right, the next one that I'm going to use is St. John's Wort. And I use this one in all of my blends, most of my teas, and also when I do yoni steams. You'll notice that when it comes to mood, or, well, no, I'm going to say my VSteams. When it comes to my VSteams, like anything that's going to help with mood, because as women we have menstrual cycles, or we go through menopause, and a lot of things can ruin our mood. And so I'm using some of these herbs to help with the mood. And so St. John's Wort is one of those. Let's see, the top is here. St. John's Wort helps with mental health. It helps with depression. If you suffer from seasonal affective disorder, it helps with that. Anxiety, and if you have any sleep issues, St. John's Wort is right there. That helps with that. And chamomile. So chamomile is another calming herb, and it actually helps with menstrual pain. So if you have cramps or whatever, it kind of calms, I guess, the uterus and keeps it from contracting with from cramping. It also helps with diabetes. It helps to lower your blood sugar. It has a lot of benefits, but for the sake of this, it helps with relaxation, sleep, and menstrual pain. That's what the chamomile helps with. And also, like with the chamomile and the calendula, some other benefits that it could have is, say if you have just given birth, or even if you went and got a Brazilian and you got waxed and you tore a little bit, like the calendula and this chamomile can help to help start the healing process and kind of quicken the healing process for you. If you have any skin irritation down there, or any if you've been torn from childbirth, or from bleeding from getting a Brazilian, though that's just a case scenario. But that's your chamomile. Very calming, relaxing, helps with mood, and also help with menstrual pain. There's one more herb that I want to put in here. Oh, I have another herb that I have to put in here. But we'll talk about that in a minute. What was the other herb? Oh, lavender. I don't have lavender here. I'll have to put this in when I get home. But lavender, like, that's another herb that my steams are not, like, they're not complete if it doesn't have lavender. And with lavender, it's anti-inflammatory. It helps with anxiety, and it just relaxes you. Like when Johnson & Johnson made that baby lavender lotion and baby lotion and baby bath time soap, I would be asleep before my kids would. But lavender is a wonderful herb, just to help calm and relax. Now, some of these blends can be used. You can use them in teas. You can use them in your VSteams. You can use them in smoke blends. It just depends on how you want. You can crush them up and put them in the little pills and just take them that way, so that and you probably get better benefits that way. But with the VSteam is actually like a very ancient service, very ceremonial, intentional service that helps you to become one with yourself. Like if you use the time to do, when you're doing your yoni steams, to just relax and think about you and what your intentions are and what you need to get from these herbs. When you make your yoni blends, pray over your herbs, and give them intention and tell them what you need them to do, and and pray to God about it. And you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. And once you finish with this, once you finish with your steam, you should go. I don't like to dump it down the toilet or anything like that. I'd rather take it outside and put it back in the grass. Or if you have some compost, put it in your compost. All of this has come from the earth. All of this was given to you naturally here, on earth. God put everything here that we need. So you can give it back. And if you have compost, you can put it in your compost, or you can just go out and put it in your grass and give it back to the earth. Then we have Damiana. This is I want to say a fun, but I always put Damiana in it because it's used as, or has been used in history as an aphrodisiac. It also has other benefits, but it's for this purpose, for our yoni steams. It helps with your sexual, any sexual problems you might have. It's an aphrodisiac. It helps to boost your mental. Also, if you suffer from constipation, it can help with that as well. And it's just one of those herbs that, it helps if you have vaginal dryness. So that's one good benefit of Damiana that you can use even if you don't have a low libido and don't need help with your libido. It still have properties where it'll help if you have vaginal dryness. So that's your Damiana. And this actually sometimes it's been used in ceremonies. Also has kind of like a hallucination factor to it, which I haven't experienced any hallucination with it. I have used it in teas and different things too, but that's some of what I read about the Damiana plant. So this is the blend, and it looks so pretty. It is so pretty. And then you just take this and you're going to mix it all up, and I'm going to put it in this jar. And whatever I have left, I'm probably going to make some blends for the ladies to take home with them after, and use them at home as well. These herbs are available. The blends, if you want to blend, the blends are available. And with yoni steams, like this is a base blend. This blend will help with detoxing and also help with mood and also help if you have menstrual cramps. It has a overall effect, but remember that wormwood and motherwort, it actually, it's going to do a lot of cleansing, and it's anti-parasitic and also anti-inflammatory. So it'll help with the detox part of your steam. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix all of this up, and we're going to put it in a jar. And it mixes up and it's so pretty. Like, I love. I might even take some of this and see what it tastes like as a tea. That's a lot of mixture right there. I have never tried this as a tea, but it's a good idea. Okay. So let's refill our jar here. Yeah, I have a spa party that I'm doing this weekend, and I'll be offering facials and massages and foot detoxes and yoni steams. So this might use all of this. I might have to make some more for the bags, or yeah, I'll probably make some more for the bags. And when you are steaming, like, you can take probably 2 scoops. This is a half a cup. I would take 2 scoops of this for every blend. And I'm always mix in a stainless steel bowl. I wash it out before I use it. And so look at that. Look how pretty that is. And you can take it and kind of shake it up. And a lot of your small particles will settle to the bottom at some point. But I'm excited about this weekend and doing the spa party. But that's it. And that is the blend for the yoni steams. And like I said, I'm gonna try this in a tea to see how it tastes. I'll let you guys know how it goes. We will be talking about like a whole lot more herbs. If there's any herbs that you want to know more about, let me know. I'll do the research if I don't already have the information and get the information to you. And I thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. Until next time.